This is an example of what we see on a lot of dogwoods that are in full sun. We get what we call spot anthracnose. These little black spots grow. And also we have a little bit of grain underneath, and that's powdery mildew that we can see showing up underneath some of these leaves. Not much we can do about either one of those. There are sprays, but when you start talking about trying to spray a tree of this size, you're going to be eating a lot more spray than you're going to be getting on the tree. So the best thing to do is just make sure that these dogwoods do not suffer for any type of water. If it's dry, make sure you keep them watered well. One of the things that some people recommend doing, if you have a really hot, humid period where you're getting a lot of dew, a lot of moisture, blowing up in the canopy when you're out here with a blower blowing off a driveway, trying to keep it as dry as possible. And also removing some of those limbs that are crossing over each other, actually to open up that canopy a little bit can help reduce some of those disease pressures.
Obviously, this dogwood didn't survive the freeze.
Yeah, and it had some other issues. This thing is planted maybe 4 to 5 to 6 inches too deep. See, I'm just getting hair roots. So I'm trying to get down to that first significant root on that dogwood, and I haven't got there yet. And it was planted that way when you got it. It was actually too deep in the pot or in the root ball. So you have to shave that off, clean that out until you find the first main root. And that's not the little hair roots, it's actually the root that comes off at a 90-degree angle from the stem. And that root should be right at soil level. So, or slightly above. And then the mulch should never touch the bark, particularly dogwoods. Dogwoods are very susceptible when they're young to have their bark slip. And that's because it just holds so much moisture there that the bark will rot away. So it needs to be kept dry.